Hey there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in this video we're going to be talking about the brand new Alien FX series. A rather small but significant update has been revealed by the showrunner behind the series itself, talking about the Xenomorphs and the new forms they're going to be taking on, and it sounds all kinds of bonkers. It's got me a lot more excited for the show, and I wanted to dive in and just kind of share this with you guys and see what you think of it. So let's dive into this article from comicbookmovie.com. Let's have a read and see what we can learn about the new Alien FX series. So Alien Earth, showrunner teases new xenomorph breed. Whatever the host is informs what the final creature is. That sounds crazy, but it sounds, unique, something different, something we haven't seen before, and I can't wait to see what that's going to look like in a series on screen. So we'll dive into that a little bit more in just a sec. So, although a teaser promo for the series was recently released, we still know very little about Alien Earth beyond the brief logline. See below, which we'll read in a minute, guys, for those of you who may not know. But creator Noah Hawley has now shared some intriguing new details about what will undoubtedly be the most important aspect of the project for many fans: the Xenomorphs. Yeah, well, I mean, when you think of Alien, you think of the Xenomorphs. I mean, that is the most important part of the, of the Alien franchise in a way. I mean, yeah, obviously, there's other things that are kind of just as important. Character arcs, narrative, setting the scene, making sure it feels like the Alien universe. But obviously Xenomorphs are right up there at the top as well. So though the show is set in seemingly safe confines of Earth before the events of Ridley Scott's original, the titular acid-secreting creatures will still feature. But they might differ somewhat to the Xenos we're used to seeing on the big screen. That's fine. The Xenomorphs, they change, they adapt, they evolve, they change into different things. We saw that at the end of Alien Romulus. I won't give it away, I won't spoil anything. But obviously we saw a new form of the Xenomorphs at the end of the film, which blew my mind. The ending to that movie, just to go off on a tangent for a second, was just... I don't even know what I was watching at that point. It was so crazy, but it was fun at the same time. So, while speaking to Deadline on the red carpet of last night's Emmy Awards, Hawley teased a chilling new take on Alien. So this is what he had to say, the showrunner behind the Alien series. This is where it gets really interesting here. So there's something about seeing a xenomorph in the wilds of Earth with your own eyes. I mean, seeing a xenomorph on Earth, like in a field, in a forest, in a town, in a building, I mean, that's all kinds of crazy. And yeah, to see that would be pretty damn cool. That is truly chilling to think of it moving here among us, and so I can tell you under what circumstances you'll see that. But you'll see it. I can't tell you under what circumstances you'll see it, but you'll see it. And you're going to lock your door that night. What was really fun for me was really engage with the creature, bring some of my own thoughts to the design, while not touching the silhouette, because that's sacrosanct. Yeah, that does make sense. I mean, it happens with so many IPs though around the world. I mean, you look at the comic book genre. I mean, so many directors and showrunners have, adapted characters like Superman, for instance. You keep the overall design of Superman. He wears blue, he has a red cape. But you change, you adapt certain details from showrunner to director. They change up little things here and there. But as long as you keep the main integrity and design that people have come to know and recognize, then yeah, of course you can do your own kind of, smaller details. But as long as you kind of, keep it recognizable to the fan base, that's what's important. So, but some of the elements, as we know, whatever the host is, informs what the final creature is, he added. I just wanted to play around with that a little bit and make it as scary as it should be. So yeah, that is going to be absolutely terrifying. So that's kind of the small update there. So are we going to see face huggers kind of jumping onto animals like, like dogs or cats or sheep or, bears or something like that? And then what kind of xenomorphs are going to be springing out of these animals? What kind of crazy xenos can we expect to see? And what kind of fight scenes are we going to get? What kind of horror scenes are we going to get from that? And it kind of just invokes the mind and, just imagining seeing what all kinds of messed up creatures we're going to get. Going back to what I said about, the latest Alien film, Romulus, what we saw at the end of that film, if that's just kind of an indication as to the kind of designs that we could expect to see here, then this show could be all kinds of bonkers. I mean, like completely off the chain. It doesn't sound like this new creature design will deviate too much from the original. Like I said, every showrunner and director does their kind of own unique take on a character or monster or, a kind of a narrative of a show. But as long as you keep the core concept intact, then most of the fans will be happy. But Hawley's comments definitely suggest that we will see a facehugger attach itself to a non-human host. Yeah, Imagine a cat just kind of chilling out outside, and then all of a sudden a facehugger latches onto a cat. Then we get like a cat xenomorph. That would be crazy. I would love to see that. A cat xenomorph like eating people. How ridiculous would that be? But it'd be so fun at the same time. So this has only happened once before in the franchise, unless you count the Proto-Xeno that hatched from the engineer in Prometheus, when Alien 3 introduced the diversive Dogbuster, though it was an ox in the assembly cut, so it'll be very interesting to find out what Hawley has in store here. In a separate interview with Variety, Hawley spoke about getting Ridley Scott and Sigourney Weaver's blessing before moving forward with the series. That's pretty damn cool. You know, the two main important people in the franchise, and he got their blessing, so that's pretty cool. Noah Hawley on getting Ridley Scott and Sigourney Weaver's blessing on Alien Earth. As much as we're building upon their work, the extended storytelling means that we can do something different with it. And then we have the teaser here. Let me just go back. Let me just play this teaser quickly, guys. Actually, you know what? I'll just run through it like this because that way copyright won't get me. Literally, so we have the sun coming over the Earth here. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen this at this point, but I'll go through it quickly anyway. It's really, really short. It's only 15 seconds. So we have the sun coming over the Earth, and then it basically shows a reflection on the xenomorph's head, and the xenomorph kind of looks up. It kind of does its tongue, its weird tongue inside mouth thing. I don't even know how you describe it, to be honest, so don't blame me. So we get this kind of zoom up of the xenomorph, then it just cuts to Alien Earth FX. And that's basically all the content that we have for this show so far. Other than that, we've seen no other piece of footage or pictures or anything, so it's still quite a mystery, this show. So, the logline here: when a mysterious space vessel crash lands on Earth, a young woman, Sydney Chandler, and a ragtag group of soldiers make a fateful discovery that puts them on a face-to-face with the planet's greatest threat. We have the cast list here as well, guys. I won't read it because I'll butcher the names, so have a pause and read off the cast list at your own leisure if you want to do that. Let's just see the comments here. Like to see it fly, maybe Crocodile from Batman vs. Alien. What? When are we going to get that AVP follow-up with the Predator Alien? That would be pretty badass. NECA is going to be happy to hear this. Yeah, NECA, the company that makes all the toys for these kind of movie franchises. If they bring out all these different xenomorphs, they'll be able to make more and more toys. It's more and more money. And that's probably part of the reason why they're doing it as well. But yeah, I mean, look at all these different xenomorphs here. Look at this one in the background. What the hell is this? That looks like a snake. That's like a snake. That looks like a praying mantis. That one in the middle looks like it looks like a beetle or something. It looks like a beetle or some sort of insect. I was looking forward to this. I had these toys back in the 90s. I must have been 8 or 9. Oh my god, yes, thank you for bringing back my childhood. I had all those and more. Is there any other good ones? I had the gorilla alien with the squeezable head that shot water. That would be crazy. Imagine this, right, guys? So the opening scene, episode 1, a bunch of facehuggers break into a zoo and they attach themselves to loads of different animals inside the zoo. And then the zookeeper's coming the next day, and then all these xenomorphs have kind of chest burst out of all these different animals. That would be such a badass way to start off the series. That would be crazy. But anyway, guys, that's enough of my imagination. I mean, who knows if they're going to do something like that. But this sounds crazy. Seeing facehuggers attaching to animals, getting different types of xenomorphs. This series is going to be bonkers. I cannot wait for it. I hope it's good, and I hope they do it justice like they did with Alien Romulus. And I throw it off to you guys. What do you think about hearing about this, about different animals, you know, turning into xenomorphs, or basically producing xenomorphs, if you like, with facehuggers? Does it get you more excited hearing these comments from the director, or do you not really care about this series? Jump down into the comment section, leave your thoughts, comments, and opinions. Cannot wait to hear them as always. Thanks so much for watching. Hit that like and subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in the next one.